that dressing to impress is indeed a very important quality and it's an asset to have. My main arguments I'm going to be making today, the first one is based upon the importance of first impressions. The second one is based upon professionalism in the workplace and just in general how important it is to have that appeal. And I will be finishing with an evolutionary perspective. So, to begin, I want you to all close your eyes and imagine a scenario. Imagine the new US president has just been elected, and the president-elect is coming out for the first time after the election win. He comes out with an untucked t-shirt that says bad boy up in front, a shade, a pair of khakis that have been stained with sloppy joes, and green neon Nikes. Is anyone taken seriously? Most likely, his credibility will be gone. The country will fall into economic turmoil, and sooner or later, China will take over. So, what I'm trying to say here is that this is a very bad first impression. There's no professionalism related to this. The dressing to impress factor is missing from Mr. President-elect here. And I think that kind of shows the importance of how this first impression created just by his lack of dressing to impress has changed the whole country, has the power to change a person, the way they look to their peers, a president, the way they look to the entire country. Any type of interaction in the social world can be influenced by dressing to impress. My next point is to get at professionalism. In the workplace, if you look at all the examples, lawyers, politicians, some of the higher end jobs that you see people, basically they're almost always wearing a suit. If you're trying to sell you something, they're most likely going to be wearing a suit. Now the reason for that is because a suit builds credibility. It's important. It's how you can trust someone. If you see someone in ripped clothes trying to sell you like an Xbox 360, I don't know about you, but I'm probably not going to buy it because it was probably stolen.
Thank you so much. Now for the cooking.
Okay, here we go. Let me explain why it is not important to dress to impress. Because when you're dressing to impress, all you're doing is all sizzle, no substance. If your ideas are convincing, if you believe in what you are selling, if there's passion, if there's knowledge, it doesn't matter what you wear, it matters what you say.
Here, 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 here.
Because you can dress up anything, but if you're talking gobbledygook, who cares? So that's number one. Number two, dressing to impress. I mean, I have to say, just by the look of you, you look uncomfortable. I'm quite comfortable. There is comfort in dressing however you want. As I was preparing for this debate, I was Googling the importance of dressing to impress. You know what I found? Well, I found a lot. But a lot of the material was heavily contradictory. Wear a black suit, wear a blue suit, wear brown shoes, wear black shoes, wear a tie, don't wear a tie. My head hurt. The idea is, but for me, if I didn't worry about dressing to impress, oh, headache free. I can put on whatever I want, walk into a space and let the words, let the ideas speak for themselves. Also, when you're thinking about dressing to impress, look at this well-manicured specimen. This takes a lot of effort, this takes a lot of money. The suit, the nails, the hair. If you don't care what you look like, it is cheaper, more cost-effective, and less maintenance, less upkeep. The amount of time you need to get a haircut and grooming and this and accessories and shining and polishing, oh, it just tires me of talking about it. So that is why it doesn't matter if you dress to impress. It matters what comes out of here and not about what you're wearing here.
And you have 4 minutes to debate back and forth.
Alright, I'd like to start just by putting this out there. I have been wearing a suit every Thursday since the first day of school, so it takes me about 5 minutes to get ready, actually, so... That long? It doesn't take that long. Okay, so my main question that I wanted to go with was, you kind of said that you were looking for information for how to dress to impress. And you brought up that you did find quite a bit. So the fact that there was quite a bit of information does lead me to believe that there must be some reason that there's all this information that has been gathered. How much did you find when you searched up the benefits of not dressing to impress?
What I found my blog. And what it said on my blog was exactly what I'm spouting here right now. Because it doesn't matter what I was wearing, it matters the words that I was saying. The words that were typed onto that screen said all that needed to be said.
That's one person's point of view. Any other person out there? Maybe someone wearing, like, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer kind of ears to go with you?
Okay, so I did, well...
Oh, stop.
No, it's more of a privacy thing because a few people did like it on Facebook. I don't know if I could share the names publicly. And I don't want to embarrass Alexei, who did like my comment. So really, I didn't want to name names, but if you're forcing me to,
We're Facebook friends.
Sure. You'll have to win this debate.
Well, it was interesting. What was the actual comment that you liked, if you don't mind sharing?
Well, she was talking about, again, this idea around what's cost effective.
Was she was talking, or was it the comment she liked?
See, this is classic. He is trying to dazzle you with his
But is it working?
Let's stick to the facts of the issue here. It doesn't matter what my Facebook profile or blog says.
Or if that nose matches those pants.
It doesn't matter. I'm comfortable. I'm happy. I can argue my point with ease. Look, I'm walking on the space. You're stuck behind the podium.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you are also wearing a collared shirt and look like you are here dressing to impress other than the nose, which could also be making an impression. Making an impression.
Fair.
By dressing.
Right. But I'm tucked. The shoes on. This would impress no one by look, but the audience will be convinced by what's going on here. By my passion, by my words.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to bring it back to one last argument that I had brought up.
Okay.
If you want to speak to that. Anyway, so I mentioned earlier I had an evolutionary argument. From the beginning of the time, from Homo habilis, even before that, we had our old ancestors walking from apes. They were walking down with a hunchback. And do you know the reason why we have changed from that? Simply because a suit does not look good over hunched shoulders. It clumps up at the top. You can't wear it. As the Homo erectus came out, as Homo sapiens came out, we grew to get straightened spines in order to be able to wear dress shirts, in order to be able to wear suits that fit around our shoulders properly. Do you know why? Because this is what humans are meant for. We're meant to actually BS everything we do, as long as we look good at what we're doing. Only that it works.
So I think I'm gonna sum this up with one very simple argument. Alexa and John battled us earlier. They're wearing blazers. They're dressed to impress. Who won that debate?
At the same time, I'm here dressed to impress. And who's going to win this debate? Alright, so if it's not evidently clear, I think it is indeed important to dress to impress. I could have said anything here as long as I referenced my suit, and you guys would have cheered. So, regardless of what I'm saying, dressing to impress does have a huge impact on how you appear to other people. It has an impact in terms of our first impressions that other people get of us. We, human beings, are very judgmental creatures. We tend to make judgments about people right away when we first meet them. And since 85% of our body appearance is covered by clothing, unless you're Miley Cyrus, in which case it might be around 30%, we should dress to impress. That makes up such a large part of what people see of us. In addition, the professionalism and the credibility associated with this is unfathomable. There's so much benefits to being able to dress to impress. It is important. That is
You did say one thing that was true. Would you make judgments on each other? And what happens here is that if everyone's wearing the same thing, how am I to tell everyone apart? The importance here is individuality. What's comfortable, what says something about you. If 5 people are standing here wearing suits, how can I tell them apart? I can't. But if someone's wearing a shirt with drummer masks, I know that person likes theater, it says something about who they are fundamentally. The ideas here are simple. We make judgments, snap judgments. And we want to be able to reveal who we are. If you dress to impress, all you're doing is eliminating individuality, eliminating creativity. And what kind of world is that? And I think fundamentally, the point here is it doesn't matter what you wear, it matters what you say and how you say it. And I think, my dear friends, I'm clearly saying what you guys care about. Thank you.